Tonight, we will read the story behind just one of those on the Roll of Honour, which lists the more than 102,000 men and women who have given their lives for us in war and other operations over more than a century. But first we present a lament, Flowers of the Forest. Those of you who would like to lay a wreath or floral tribute at the base of the pool of reflection, please come forward and do so now.
I did not have the privilege of meeting Robert Poate, but I did serve in the same unit, the 6th Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment. I am both honoured and humbled to be asked to read the following story about Robert on behalf of his family, his mates and his unit. Today we remember and pay tribute to Private Robert Hugh Frederick Poate of the 6th Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment. A son, a brother, a soldier and everybody's friend. Robert Poate was the only son of Hugh and Joni Poate, and brother, Declan. All his 15 years schooling, from preschool to year 12, were at Canberra Grammar School. This period being 2/3 of his short life. Robert was an intelligent student and a superb all-round athlete. He was awarded House Colours and the Mark Soil Award for outdoor education. He was captain of the open grade 3rd 15 rugby football team, where he played as 5'8", and he regularly played with the 2nd 15. Robert was not elected as house captain of his football team, but was asked by his team to be their captain. In his final year at grammar, Robert won the 800-metre open event in the Athletics Carnival and came second in the cross country. Robert's football coach wrote of him: he was passionate, courageous, even-tempered and resourceful with an unwavering strength of character. He had a moral compass and was prepared to use it in making difficult decisions. He did not perform for accolades. These personal qualities earned him the respect and admiration of his team players, from opposing teams, his friends and the general school community. Robert was sensitive but very gregarious. He had a wonderful sense of humour and made friends easily. His family and friends meant everything to him. He loved the outdoor life, particularly camping, fishing and hunting. This love of outdoors was a strong influence on his decision to join the Australian Army. Robert enlisted in the Army in 2009. After initial intensive infantry training, he was successful in his application to join Delta Company of the 6th Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment based in Enoggera, Queensland, as an infantry soldier. He applied for this position because of the proud history of Delta Company at the Battle of Long Tan in Vietnam. Robert joined 6RAR as it prepared to go to war in Afghanistan with Mentoring Task Force 1. He arrived too late to serve with MTF 1, but was still determined to get there. He then soon discovered the terrible realities of war, as some of his new mates from 6RAR were killed in Afghanistan in MTF 1. Robert's nickname in 6RAR was Poate. He quickly earned himself a reputation as a fun-loving person with a bit of a larrikin streak and as a great mate to be around. There was never a dull moment when Poate was present. 6RAR's motto is duty first, brothers by choice. Poate was always known as a dedicated soldier, a quick learner, and a man on a mission to go to Afghanistan. To this end, he completed a Bushmaster's driver's course and later the Bushmaster Crew Commander's course, as he knew having these credentials were his best chance of getting overseas. Despite being a junior soldier, he was also identified for his leadership skills ahead of most of his peers, and he completed an infantry section commander's course. In early 2012, Robert was told he would be going to Afghanistan as part of MTF 5 as a commander of a Bushmaster vehicle. When he broke this news to his parents, he saw their concern. He said if he didn't go to Afghanistan, it would be like training for 3.5 years in a football team and not getting a run on the field. Robert was deployed to Afghanistan in June 2012 with MTF 5. His senior colleagues had such confidence in his ability that the Bushmaster in his command was routinely the lead vehicle in most convoys and patrols. His CO stated, "We put our most reliable blokes out the front," and this was Poate personified. On the 29th of August 2012, while performing his supreme duty for his country as a soldier in the Australian Army, Robert Poate also made the supreme sacrifice. He was killed by enemy fire along with 2 of his mates at a patrol base in the Baluchi Valley of Oruzgan Province, Afghanistan. He was 23. Following Robert's death, his mates in MTF 5, still serving in Afghanistan, painted the name Poate on his Bushmaster in his honour. And this vehicle continued its task in Afghanistan, with Robert in the hearts of those soldiers who rode in it. One of his mates wrote of him, "Poate was the best mate that anyone could ever hope for. He'll always be there, brothers by choice. No matter what the occasion, he would always raise spirits and morale with his witty one-liners, wearing his perpetual cheeky grin." But as great mate as he was even a better family man. Whenever he got leave, he would always be on the first flight back to Canberra and to the farm we all heard so much about, so he could spend every moment possible with his old school friends and his family he treasured so much. The Australian Defence Force described Robert as a highly qualified soldier known for having outstanding leadership potential. Since enlisting in 2009, he had been awarded a number of honours and had completed a promotional course for corporal in 2011. He was always dependable and ready to do whatever was required of him. Robert Poate will be remembered as a very popular and highly skilled soldier of the Australian Army. For his service to his nation, Robert Poate earned the following service awards: the Australian Active Service Medal with clasp for the International Coalition Against Terrorism, the Afghanistan Campaign Medal, the Australian Defence Medal, the NATO Medal with clasp for the International Security Assistance Force, and the Infantry Combat Badge. Robert's name is listed on the Roll of Honour on your right, and his photograph is displayed today for full reflection. This is one of many stories of courage and sacrifice told here at the Australian War Memorial. We now remember Private Robert Hugh Frederick Poate and all those Australians who have given their lives in service of our nation. They shall grow not old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. Lest we forget.
We leave you this evening with the words of the memorial's founder, Charles Bean. Many a man lying out there at Pozieres or in the low scrub at Gallipoli, with his poor, tired senses barely working through the fever of his brain, has thought in his last moments, well, it's over. But in Australia, they will be proud of this. Thank you for visiting the Australian War Memorial, and good evening.